As we inch ever closer to a war between the two sides, NATO and Russia, I thought I would bring you a quote from the Roman poet Horace about just this, really. And it reads, Dulce e decorum est pro patria mori. Translated into English, it would mean, it is sweet and fitting to die for the homeland. Motherland, fatherland, native lands, whichever you prefer, really. And I, like many others, do not agree. Now, of course, there are some perspectives you have to put into place here. If your homeland itself is being invaded, then yes, of course, it would be honorable, and the right thing to do is to protect the homeland and your own values, culture, and stuff like that. But if you were to fight for your homeland outside of the homeland's actual boundaries or borders, I do not think that is a honorable thing to do. I don't think that's a thing you should really practice, a thing you should actually do. I think that's wrong and evil. It doesn't bring anything else than death to your country and the invaded country rather. So I wanted to bring you a video today from Vicegrad, apparently 24. It's a brilliant little Twitter channel that we got here. Breaking: a swarm of Ukrainian drones has struck an oil depot in Rostov, Russia. This was today, actually. I want to show you this video. I'm not going to have any audio playing, but you get the point. They are engaging in Russia. This is going to develop into a full-scale conflict because NATO is not backing down. And if they are not backing down, that only means it's only going to escalate. It's going to get worse. It is going to become a full-scale war. Now we can see what is going on on the border, actually, with Belarus and Poland. It is escalating over there too. As you can clearly hear, they are very angry that they are invading, or invaders coming to the border, wanting to get entry. And this is because these people that are coming, they are a destabilizing force to the West. And that's the only real reason why they're coming from Belarus into Europe. They are destabilizing it. That is the entire point of having these illegal immigrants trying to get in through Poland from Belarus. I wanted to bring you this article today too. It's not actually from today, it's from July 11th of July, apparently. But it doesn't really matter. US and Germany foiled Russian plot to assassinate CEO of arms manufacturer sending weapons to Ukraine. So this is the CEO of Rheinmetall, one of the biggest defense contractors or defense companies in the world, I think, honestly. It's probably at least the biggest one in Europe. We have Dassault, we have Rheinmetall, we have Saab. All these giant companies producing arms and firearms and yes, anything that could blow Russia up, apparently. They want to get rid of this guy, apparently, but I don't know if I truly trust this, because why would anybody try to assassinate the CEO of arms or arms manufacturer, really? There is no real point to this, but of course, if you want to create a destabilizing force in the West, this is not the way you would do it. So I do not actually think this is accurate at all. So according to US intelligence, discovered earlier this year that the Russian government planned to assassinate the chief executive of a powerful German arms manufacturer that has been producing artillery shells and military vehicles for Ukraine, according to 5 US and Western officials familiar with the episode. I can't actually make up a reason for them wanting him gone. He could just be replaced. He's going to have the same narrative set in mind. These people are puppets to the vassal state that is the US when it comes to this military industrial complex. They just receive money to build. They have no actual power in government, which brings me to the fact that they haven't assassinated any government officials. This is a very strange plot. It doesn't really make any sense. The plot was one of a series of Russian plans to assassinate defense industry executives. So it's apparently more they wanted to assassinate, accordingly, across Europe, who were supporting Ukraine's war effort. These sources said the plan to kill Armin Papager, a white-haired Goliath, of all the things they could say, huh? Who has led the German manufacturing charge in support of Kiev, was the most mature. So this is the actual CEO of the company, Rheinmetall, that is. When the Americans learned of the effort, they informed Germany, whose security services were then able to protect Papager and foil the plot. A high-level German government official confirmed that Berlin was warned about the plot by the US. I think this is just a way to make Germany just become their puppet. If the US warns about this, then Germany will inevitably be their biggest ally. It could be the opposite way, actually. Russia could have warned Germany about this. Yes, because this is probably very... Why would anybody try to assassinate the CEO of a company like this? It doesn't make any sense. Unless they're trying to do some reverse psychology, as in thinking, or not really reverse psychology, but using psychology against them. Just make them think that Russia could do such a thing. They have such a hateful view of this guy that they want him gone because he's supporting Ukraine. It doesn't really make any sense. So apparently, according to even more articles about this, Russia loses astronomical 70,000 troops in 60 days. Now, does anybody actually think this is real? Does anybody actually think these numbers actually correlate to actual losses in Ukraine? I have a very hard time believing this, and I think anybody that isn't in the US government, especially Mr. Biden is right here, I don't think they would actually believe this. We had this report coming out, this leak actually, classified documents. We just apparently slipped out to the public about these actual numbers from Russia and their and Ukraine counterpart, and it's just not looking good for Ukraine or Russia for that matter. But it's these inflated numbers doesn't really make any sense. But they could be true. I'm not saying that they're not, but it's very unrealistic. 70,000 troops in 60 days. I don't think this is the entire truth, to be honest. But I think I'll leave it there. See you in the next video.